Hey, all right. So I wanted to show you guys a little bit, and hopefully I'm gonna have to unblur my background, but um, I wanted to show you guys how to and there's my Christmas tree, how to utilize AI while for your business. So a couple things I use exclusively ChatGPT. And I have projects built in, and I literally had it write out this for me. Um, because I wanted to show you guys how to do this. So there's things that you can do. A lot of people use this like Google. I want to make a quick side note. When it comes to health stuff, it is solely pulling from data online. So any experience or things that are more in a naturopathic or in a natural healing realm don't always show up. So you can do like sometimes medicine checks and just different things like that, not providing medical advice, but typically sometimes it is not always accurate. You have to train it. So here's the thing. When you're asking it questions, it is learning off of you. So if you wanted to have more of a naturopathic, holistic, functional medicine view, you need to tell it, I want you to think and research in naturopathic, holistic, functional practice. I understand this isn't medical information. Stop putting Western medicine in there. Or you can say, I want more integrative. I want a good balance of this, this, and this. It's all about it understanding. It's a computer. And so if we take it and we are basically programming it different ways, and sorry, I'm sort of like speaking down, but we're programming it different ways to be able to execute the tasks we want. So think of it like a personal assistant, but you have to train them just like you would a personal assistant. All right. So, um, a couple things. Um, AI can help reduce a percentage of your mental load with business, with message writing, organizing your day, structured conversations, keeping it consistent when life is chaotic. And so this is really helpful. Again, and you want to train it to what it's going to say. So you have where it can help you with content creation. The one caveat is it doesn't know your audience. So you have to train it to know what your audience responds to. How you see other people posting isn't necessarily how you're going to get engagement off of yours. But you can say, I want it to be warm, connecting. Give me something that's really emotionally pulling, that's emotionally captivating. It's December, it's right before Christmas. What needs would it meet for people who are just not feeling their best, eating a lot of sugar? So again, it's going to take a little more stuff on the upfront. And let me show you how to make sort of a clone. You're going to go into ChatGPT. Caveat, I do pay for mine monthly. And you're going to go to, you see oh no, the GPTs. So you're going to go there and you're going to go into explore, and then you're going to find one that says create a GPT. And then so basically you're going to run and it's going to look like this. Sorry about the glare, screen to screen. Well, before that, you're going to go in and basically start a new conversation. And you're going to say, I need to create my own AI clone from what you know from me. Um, Create that AI clone script that I'm going to put into it. So you do that, you put that script, and it's going to give you start, copy here to here. More details, the better. These are called playbooks. And when you create your GPT, you will import it into one of your projects or conversation, like a project, and it will have that specific conversation will be its own AI functioning under that created um, chat, if that makes sense. So, for instance, I did one for organizing my day. So if anything blows it up, I can come in and say this. Another one I made was for conversations. Another one I made was for research. Um, and this is basic. All right, so now we're going to get into the actual fun nitty-gritties of the chat. All right, so when we have, you see you've got the bottom section here. When you click on it, you're going to click the plus sign. Again, sorry about the glare. You're going to click that plus sign. You're going to sort of scroll down. You see create image, deep research, web research, study, learn, agent mode, add file, shopping research. I have already connected my Canva to there. And you can literally say, put in a conversation, how do I connect Canva to you? And it will give you detailed instructions. The key word is when it feels too complicated, you say, explain this like so a 14-year-old could understand it. And it will create simplified version of directions that you need to follow. All right, so we have add files. So you can add any files. You can take your CSV from your back office and you can literally have it. You can search, find subscriptions that are on and running, date and time, and how much PV, and generate and generate that information for me. You can have it put it in a spreadsheet. You can literally have it do here. You can have it do a PDF so you can print it off and then send messages. And you can say include message to for anyone needing to that's under 100 PV. Include a script I can send them. And these are the details of what is like this month. I don't know, you get a free bag of active or whatever, is for, or we have a reset event happening. Would love you to join. And it will create that and you just copy and paste it. Saves a lot of thinking, especially if you're overwhelmed, lots of stuff going on. Um, so you can do CSVs. You can even download if genetics, you can download anything that you think a is a document that you need sorted, analyzed, read, and condensed. You put it in here, you give it instructions exactly what to do, what to give you, and how you want to see it, and it will execute that for you. Then you have agent mode. So this one's super fun. On this plan, you only, I think, get 40 free agent executions, but you can say, I want a video. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. I want you to create a video in Canva to 10 seconds. And a lot of times, if you input the actual images, like a Christmas tree, the money thing, and you can say create a video for whatever. You can also say create, um, here's the fun, you can say create my dream home. This is the color, this is the size, this is whatever. And it literally, oh, I'm sorry, there's create image at the top. That's where you can literally have, it will visualize anything. You can say, make a Plexus Slim pink drink, and let's have it sparkle with Christmas stuff, and you'll have it up there. Okay, sorry, that's not agent mode, that's create image. So agent mode basically gets any work done for you. It can go search online. It will create stuff online for you. That one I have created Google Sheets. So it literally, that one works better than the general chat GPT, but I've been like, I said, oh no, although the regular chat GPT did fine. You can play with them and see which one works better. But really, it can get online and actually go do stuff. You can link this to some accounts if they have the plugin for ChatGPT. You have study and learn. So that's a really good one if you want to just learn any new concepts. I put in how do I become the world's best network marketer? And so it actually takes you through and will ask questions and sort of break down. It is a little time consuming, so put a timer on it. Um, And then you have a web search, and then deep research is where, let's say I want to know exactly why mm, the balance, the slim, and the restore create such a phenomenal GLP-1. I want deep research, and I'm going to say research this for why those are the best GLP-1s out there, why people are getting amazing results. Summarize it so a 14-year-old can understand it, and then create a post and create a post. Actually, I think you have to switch it once you do the deep research. You can then come off of it and go create a post and create a um, message to my people. Um, and then you have the create image and then you have the regular. You can download, like you can use any photos, you can ask to summarize, you can tell it. You just more have to know how to utilize and prompt it. Now it's going to learn you. And when you create your clone chats or you are trying to get it to create scripts, um, it you have to tell it the tone. So sometimes it'll bring something up and it'll be very rote. And now it's good because I've been using this for a while. But when I first started, it'd be very flat. I was like, that's too flat. I'm warm. I'm a connecting person. I like to be authentic. I like to be real. Um, I want to find out what's really going on. And really like how I would think through messaging. And then I put it in and then it rewrites it for me. A couple other tips with that is sometimes I like the post it gives me, and then sometimes I don't. I started playing with it, and the post it was giving me was getting zero engagement, but my intuition posts were getting more, which were like a lot of one-liners of like natural healing stuff. But that's for me because I have built that brand. So you can have it help you figure out a brand that you of your most favorite things and it's really good at organizing and helping execute goals. So if you say, I want to grow by 50, 100, 200 points, so you can download your CSV, you can have it run the analytics for you of how many subs you have processing, when are they going to process by, and then you just have to teach it that, and you input the Plexus comp plan, and then you say, run my projected point spread. It can do that. Um, may or may not have accuracy, but right now we'll just see how it works. And then you can say, how many joins do I need to have? If it's just joins with me, how many break this down into getting silvers, senior silvers, and golds. And then how do I develop them based off of my personality? Now, here's the thing you can take your personality quiz, the 16personalities.com. You can take that and you can plug it in and you can have it for your own Plexus work chat and say, this is my personality. Help me write the best scripts and respond the best using this personality. I've also had where I have a journaling one where I'm like, okay, I'm feeling burnt out today. What actions can I take being overwhelmed and things not going exactly as planned? How can I move forward? Give me three simple things to do. And then it'll tell me what to do. I'll say, give me the prompts for that. I've even downloaded my Facebook, like a list of 10 people and literally had said, this person's new, this one's a follow-up, this one's new, this one's a follow-up, and literally had it generate scripts for me to be able to reach out. And now I see this as a way of loving people because people need what we have. Like they need the business and they need the products that we have. Coming out of this season of my husband being hospitalized like every single weekend for 8 months, I, my brain literally couldn't function. The stress had just, That's a lot of stress. So I had to utilize something, an offset, creating an emotional buffer, but also still letting me serve and help people when they need to be served and helped because I didn't have the energy in me. I feel like I didn't have like the ability to go out and do it. Um, I even was like, give me prayers to be able to pray, to be able to move my business forward. And I'd even have it just bounce off. Why was I struggling with this? Why would I do this? And now I knew my history and like everything that had gone on, but it really gave me great feedback in analyzing what I'd been through, what where my nervous system was and how to execute moving forward. Now, some of the things I was like, I can't do what it's saying. That's nice. So I knew like I would pick and choose, like, okay, that makes sense. I'll try to do that. I'll try to do that. Okay, I can see my mindset's off here. I do a lot of analyzing in my head all the time. Just me. So, what you want to do is it might feel like a lot of work because you're like, oh, great, I got to figure out these prompts. No, what you need to do is know one simple thing, explain it to like you're talking to a 14-year-old. Make it simple and extremely executable. If it goes in and it does something and you say, that's too complex, I need you to simplify that. Too wordy, make it one sentence. It's, things like that if this is supposed to help limit overload and you can organize things in chats. So I literally have a family chat. I have one for working on house stuff. I have one for name of each family. I do a lot of health stuff in there. And then I'll have it like sometimes because the chats go on and on, I'll be like, man, I've lost something. Summarize everything in this chat. And you can do that and get an overview. So instead of me having to keep everything in my mind, I have it on here. Now, the thing is, I do still have a follow-up book and I have a digital list that I work through. I've had it make me literally, it made a Google spreadsheet that I clicked and it connected right to my Google Sheets and I can follow up and do warm, cold, hots. Um, like I didn't have to set that up. I cannot stand making spreadsheets. So I can make any spreadsheet you want as long as you use them. So my life requires me to have a digital list and a paper list when going through things, just because it's so crazy. I literally had it also write out my daily things. And so I put it on like a 4x6 card of the things I'm going to execute. And I literally each day I have this and I pull it out and I'm like, it's Wednesday. Okay, go. Now, if anything on this changes, I literally take a picture of this because I don't know where it is in my chats. Take a picture and I say, I need this changed. The training is no longer on that day. We have dance. So I need you to change this time, this time, this time. It'll do it. I'll print it off. I'll cut it, put it back on here, and go on my way. I will have it analyzed and be like, hey, this is effective. This is not what something I can change. Um, and then, okay, we have that. I've had it do organizational things where it's literally made and I just print out the schedule. You say, make it into a PDF, make it into a Word doc, and then it's boom, done. You can print it. You're on your way. I have it make my newsletters. I don't make a whole lot of fluff with my newsletters, but I wanted to add naturopathic things, things that people know me about and would appreciate. I have that be included. Um, so we talked about analytics, it being able to write things for you, organizing, helping you adjust when things get crazy. And you are going to have to put some time in having it understand who you are. You're going to have to tell it your tone, tell it what you think you should do, and literally do this. Go, what do you need to know about me? Write this down. What do you need to know about me so you can effectively help me grow my business, help my family, and be the best version of me? and you can vary, that. Um, and it will list it out, and then you can literally voice memo and answer those questions back. This is all about saving time, condensing, and getting you faster of getting it's 80% mindset, 20% skill. So if we can basically utilize tools, this is just a tool, it's just a computer. It's just now a super fast computer. If we can utilize it, um, and get it to where you're able to move through emotions, mindset, and just execute and go help and serve people and move on, then that's what we need to do. And that will create just faster growth. So that's what I did in basically coming out of a horrible time, utilizing this tool to regain my steps and really make me more effective, focused, and able to do things. So let me know if you guys have any questions. You can PM me. If you're watching this and you're not on my team and you don't have my info, sorry. But there are great I watched an AI basically 3-day session. There's other tools out there, like you can do Zapier, Notion, like all these other AI things, but there's those all require subscriptions. And so I vetted and I said, do I really need those? Chat. What can I do here? How can we make this function? How can I get you integrated into this, that, and another thing? And it explains it to me. So anything you don't know how to do with chat, you ask it. You literally ask it and say, explain it like a 14-year-old to me. And 14-year-old is from that AI training, pretty middle ground. Like you're old enough to understand certain things, but you need things also not too complex. And it's just a perfect age to prompt it. All right. I hope this was helpful. I hope this blessed you guys. I know it might have been like a lot of information, but really, bottom line is you go in and you ask chat what to do, how to do the very things in chat you want to do, and that'll help you do a lot. All right. You guys have a blessed day.